What if the very things we chase in the name of happiness are the same things keeping us miserable? What if more likes, more noise, and more things are only making the silence inside louder? Why does it feel like the harder we try to feel good, the emptier we become? Think about it. We scroll for hours, surround ourselves with endless updates, yet deep down, we still feel restless. We buy more, consume more, and still feel like something's missing. That missing part isn't out there, it's within us. Let's take one simple example. A man wakes up, checks his phone, sees a post of someone traveling, someone else buying a car, another one getting engaged. In less than 5 minutes, his peace is gone. He hasn't even had coffee, but he already feels behind. This is not life. This is slavery wrapped in glitter. We weren't meant to live like this. Welcome to Book Boost, where we dive deep into the forgotten truths. If you're searching for real answers, not just surface motivation, then you're in the right place. Like this video, share it with someone who needs it, comment your thoughts, and subscribe so you don't miss what could be the turning point of your life. Please drop down your one thought on believe in yourself in the comments, because your voice may light the way for someone else. Let's now step into the core. In 2025, we're told happiness is outside us, waiting in a better job, a partner, or a perfect lifestyle. But Stoicism teaches something radical. It tells us happiness is not something you find. It's something you practice. It's not a reward, it's a result. Epictetus said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." This isn't just philosophy, it's survival. If we base our mood on things we can't control, we are at the mercy of the world. But when we focus on what we can control, our thoughts, our reactions, our discipline, we build something no one can touch. A Stoic doesn't chase peace. He builds it. Every day. Not through noise, but through control. Not by avoiding discomfort, but by mastering it. That is how you actually become happier, not someday, but today, right now. So stay with us. There's more. Happiness is not found in chasing ease. It is born in the moments we choose control over chaos. It is not pleasure that makes a person strong, but discipline. In this noisy world, the rarest man is the one who remains calm not because his life is easy, but because he has trained himself to stay unshaken. There is a war happening inside all of us. A war between the part of us that reacts and the part that reflects. Most people allow their emotions to rule them. They become angry at small things, jealous at other people's success, bitter over rejection, afraid of failure. But here's the truth. Emotions are not facts. They are temporary weather. If you believe everything you feel, you will be a slave to every passing storm. A Stoic understands this. He does not deny emotion, but he does not obey it either. He trains himself, every day, to pause, observe, and respond, not react. This training is not easy. It demands honesty. It demands patience. It demands that we stop blaming the world and start mastering ourselves. Think about it. How often have you said something in anger that you later regretted? How often did you let fear stop you from trying? How many times did jealousy eat your peace, only to realize later that it changed nothing except your own state of mind? Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. He was not speaking from theory. He was the emperor of Rome, dealing with pressure most of us can't imagine. And yet he found peace not in power, but in discipline, in ruling himself. So, how do we train this inner fortress? It begins in small choices. Waking up early when your body craves more sleep. Walking away from arguments instead of proving a point. Choosing silence over gossip. Choosing simplicity over attention. These are the hidden battles that shape your future self. You don't need a perfect life to be happy. You need a trained mind. And that is built through habits, not moods. It's not about feeling motivated. It's about showing up, even when you don't feel like it. It's about doing what's right, not what's easy. Most people confuse discipline with punishment. But true discipline is freedom. When you train your mind to act with purpose, you are no longer a victim of every emotion, every distraction, every judgment. You begin to live by choice, not chance. In today's world, people praise being real, which often means saying whatever you feel in the moment. But that's not strength. That's surrender. A truly strong person can feel anger but chooses restraint, feels fear but chooses courage, feels envy but chooses gratitude. This is not about suppressing emotion, it's about transforming it. A Stoic turns pain into wisdom. He turns rejection into redirection. He turns discomfort into growth. He understands that every emotion is a signal, not a command. Training the inner fortress means you no longer allow the outside world to shake your foundation. You become steady, focused, calm under pressure. You begin to realize that most problems are not as big as they seem. Our reaction makes them larger than life. You can lose money and still be rich in spirit. You can lose a relationship and still be whole. You can face failure and still be at peace. Because happiness does not come from what happens to you, it comes from how you face it. Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." How often do we worry about things that never happen? How much time do we waste thinking about what others think of us? Training your mind means you stop being controlled by what might happen and focus on what you can do now. And that now is all we really have. Not the past, which cannot be changed. Not the future, which cannot be predicted. Only this moment. And in this moment, you always have a choice. To react or to respond. To act with fear or to act with reason. To fall apart or to stand still. This inner stillness is rare. That's why it's powerful. When others panic, you stay calm. When others complain, you take action. When others seek comfort, you seek growth. And that's when the world starts to see something different in you. Something unshakable. But don't expect quick results. Mastery is not built in days. It is earned through struggle, through resisting temptation, through staying committed when motivation is gone, through falling and rising again without excuses. Each day gives you a chance to practice. Every irritation is a test. Every delay, a lesson. Every rejection, an opportunity to train the mind. And the more you train, the more you grow. Slowly, silently, deeply. Discipline is not loud. It does not need applause. It is built in the quiet hours when no one is watching. It is built when you say no to what you want now, for the sake of what you want most. It is built when you decide your emotions will not be the driver, they will ride in the back seat. That's how you gain real happiness. Not the fragile happiness that disappears when things go wrong, but the unshakable kind. The kind that survives hardship. The kind that lives inside you, untouched by noise. In 2025, distractions are louder than ever. But those who train their minds can still walk in peace. While the world shouts, they listen. While the world chases, they build. While the world reacts, they reflect. And so must we. Because in the end, the strongest man is not the one who wins every argument, or makes the most money, or gains the most praise. The strongest man is the one who rules himself. Let the world be chaotic. Let people misunderstand you. Let moments pass without response. You don't need to prove yourself to everyone. You only need to become someone you respect. That is the true reward of training your inner fortress, not applause, not admiration, but inner freedom. And that freedom is happiness. In this world we live in, success has been given a strange and dangerous definition. We are told that success means having more. More money, more status, more followers, more admiration. But when we look around closely, we can see something isn't right. So many people who are called successful still feel anxious, restless, and empty. If what they have is truly success, why are they not at peace? The problem isn't the achievements. The problem is the belief that achievements alone can give us happiness. This belief is the great lie of modern life. We are taught to look outward for proof of our worth, but the deeper truth is this: what we truly need is already inside. We just forgot where to look. We chase jobs that pay more but destroy our health. We build relationships that look good on the outside but are hollow within. We dress to impress strangers and scroll through lives that aren't even real. And while doing all of this, we slowly lose ourselves. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." These are not just old words. They are instructions for a lost generation. The real success is not loud. It is silent, steady, and strong. It's not about applause from others. It's about respect for yourself. We must understand this. Success, as defined by the world, is never enough. Once you get what you wanted, the mind will crave more. It's like drinking salt water to quench your thirst. The more you consume, the thirstier you become. That's not happiness. That's addiction dressed as ambition. A Stoic does not deny achievement. He simply refuses to be ruled by it. The Stoic way is not about running away from society. It's about walking through it without letting it control your soul. It's about being in the world, but not of it. Real success is waking up with clarity. It's choosing discipline when distraction calls your name. It's being kind without needing praise. It's keeping your word even when no one's watching. It's staying calm when others lose their minds. That is success. That is strength. The man who chooses virtue over vanity may not get headlines, but he gets something far better: peace. And peace cannot be bought. Peace is earned by choosing what's right over what's easy every single day. You might ask, what does this look like in real life? It looks like refusing to lie to get ahead, even when others do. It looks like doing your work with full effort, even if no one notices. It looks like walking away from drama and choosing silence over argument. It looks like letting go of what you can't control and doubling down on what you can. These are not grand, flashy actions, but they are powerful. They are the foundation of a strong inner life. They are the marks of someone who has redefined success. Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." The man who depends on others for his happiness will always be a slave. But the one who builds happiness from within, he becomes unshakable. In 2025, there will be more distractions than ever. More pressure to look successful, even if you feel lost. But this is your moment to turn inward, to stop measuring your life with the ruler of the world, to start building your life around what truly matters: character, calmness, purpose. Think of this as a return to your natural state. We weren't born chasing likes. We weren't born needing trophies. As children, we felt joy in small things. We lived in the moment. Over time, that pure mind was covered by layers of fear, comparison, and expectation. Stoicism is the art of peeling those layers off, one honest choice at a time. To redefine success, you must also redefine failure. Failing to win someone's approval is not failure. Failing to stay true to your values, that is failure. Losing money is not failure. Losing your peace to greed, that is failure. The Stoic doesn't fear external loss. He fears internal collapse. So how do we start? We start by looking in the mirror and asking, am I proud of the way I live, even if no one sees it? That question can shake you, but it can also free you. Let others chase trends. Let others build images. You build substance. Let them laugh at your simplicity. You build stillness. Let them show off. You show up. A Stoic doesn't try to win in the eyes of the world. He wins in the silence of his own soul. That's what real success looks like. It's not visible in photos, but it's felt in every breath, every choice, every quiet victory over chaos. In the end, only you will know whether you've lived a life of noise or a life of meaning. So choose meaning. Choose virtue. Choose a kind of success that no one can take from you. Because when you stop performing for the world, you start living for yourself. And that is where happiness begins. We often think happiness is a sudden gift, something that arrives without effort. But true joy is not an accident. It is a daily practice, a ritual we create and keep, no matter what storms rage outside. The Stoics understood this well. They knew that life would always bring challenges, pain, and loss. Yet, within these challenges lies a chance to build something stronger than any outside force, a peace that cannot be taken away. Every morning, we face a choice. Will we let the noise of the world control us, or will we control our minds? This is where the Stoic ritual begins. Before the chaos of the day sweeps us away, the Stoic stops and prepares. They remind themselves that many things are beyond their control: the opinions of others, the weather, the past mistakes, the uncertain future. But what is always in their power is how they respond. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his journal, "Begin each day by telling yourself, I shall meet with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness, all of them due to their ignorance of what is good or evil." This is not pessimism. It is readiness. It is armor for the mind. When we expect difficulties, they no longer surprise or overwhelm us. Instead, we meet them with calm and strength. The ritual includes asking ourselves powerful questions. What can I control today? How will I act with virtue, no matter what happens? Am I living according to my highest values? These questions anchor us. They bring us back to what matters. It is not enough to think about these things once. We must return to them throughout the day, like a steady drumbeat reminding us of our true nature. When anger tries to rise, pause. When fear tries to grip, breathe. When disappointment knocks, remind yourself of what you can still choose: your attitude, your effort, your peace. Another powerful practice is reflection. At night, the Stoic looks back on the day, not to punish or regret, but to learn. They ask, where did I succeed in self-control? Where did I give power to things outside my control? How can I improve tomorrow? This daily review sharpens the mind and strengthens the soul. It turns failure into fuel. Gratitude also holds a special place in this ritual. Not a shallow thank you for easy things, but a deep recognition of life itself, the chance to breathe, to see, to grow, to struggle and overcome. Seneca reminded us, True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. This means finding joy not in what we lack, but in what we have. The Stoic ritual is also about simplicity. We strip away distractions. We learn to find contentment in little things, a clear mind, a kind word, a purposeful step. When we let go of chasing endless desires, we free ourselves from suffering. Desire that cannot be fulfilled brings only pain. To build this ritual, it helps to have certain daily habits. One is mindfulness, watching our thoughts like a quiet observer, not a victim. Another is journaling, writing down insights, struggles, and victories. These small acts create a space where the soul can breathe. And remember, this path is not quick or easy. It takes discipline, courage, and patience. There will be days of failure and temptation. But every day we return to the practice, we grow stronger. We must also accept that life is uncertain. We cannot promise tomorrow. The Stoics teach us to embrace this truth not with despair, but with freedom. When we stop fearing loss and change, we find peace even in the darkest moments. The power of this ritual lies in its quiet persistence. It may seem small, invisible, even boring. But over time, these steady acts build an unshakable fortress inside us. A fortress no one can break. This is true happiness, the kind that does not depend on fortune or applause, but on mastery of the self. It is a flame that burns steadily, no matter the wind. If we dare to live this way, we will find something the world cannot give. A joy that is deeper than pleasure. A peace that outlasts pain. So today, begin your own Stoic ritual. Start by looking inside and choosing what you will control. Choose virtue, choose calm, choose strength. This is how we move from chasing happiness to creating it. Step by step, moment by moment, with quiet power. And in that creation, we become free.